These are the notes for 2B, finding inscribed angles. So in this lesson, you learn how to use those. In the last lesson, we learned about central angles. The central angle is an angle whose vertex is on the center of the circle. Okay, it's called a central angle. An inscribed angle is an angle whose vertex is on the circle. So you can see right here, this would be considered an inscribed because this vertex is on the circle. The intercepted arc is what I get when I take the sides of my angle, this ray here and this ray here. There's my inscribed angle. Its intercepted arc is the part of the circle, this arc, that is intercepted by these two sides here. Okay, so the intercepted arc is the part of the circle where that angle comes out at. The measure of an inscribed angle is 1/2 its intercepted arc. Okay, so where the central angle, the angle and the arc were exactly the same. For an inscribed angle, it's 1/2 of the intercepted arc. So this angle here will be 1/2 of this arc right here in degrees. Inscribed angles can look several different ways. Okay, the first way that I'm going to look at is, again, here's the point of the angle. This would be an inscribed angle. This would be its arc. Get it colored here. So from here to here, that's its intercepted arc. The measure of this angle is 1/2 of this. The next way it could look is an inscribed angle, this angle right here. If I follow the sides out of it, right here, there's one side, follow this side out, one side, so this in between here would be considered the intercepted arc. This angle is 1/2 of this arc. Then you could also have it looking here, just a little small one here. Its vertex is on the circle. This is inscribed. Follow the sides out. So its intercepted arc would be right here between these 2 points. Okay? So when we go to find the measures of some of these angles, it depends on which part you're given. Are you given the angle or are you given the intercepted arc? So you can see in this problem here, we've got an inscribed angle, X right here, and if I follow the sides out, the arc that goes with this angle is from here to here. All I did was follow the sides out. The angle is 1/2 of the arc. So 1/2 of 102, just divide by 2, will give me 51 degrees for this angle right here. If I know the angle, in this case, this inscribed angle is 23, that means its arc, which happens to be identified as X, is going to be twice as much as the angle. It's kind of like what we did first semester. As I'm coming in, I'm going to divide because it's going to get smaller. As I go out of this angle, I'm going to multiply because it's got to get bigger. So 23 times 2, 46 degrees would be how many degrees it is for this arc right here. This one actually has 2 that they want me to find. Y is an intercepted or inscribed angle. It's going to be 1/2 of the arc. If I follow those sides out, the arc that we're looking at is here 42 degrees. So 42 divided by 2 is 21 degrees for this angle right here. X is finding the arc from here over to here. That arc right there. Okay, so what angle would that one go with? Well, if we kind of scoot back here and go along the sides here, they both go with this 90-degree angle. This 90 is an inscribed. It's going to be 1/2 of the arc, but I'm coming out to the arc, so I'm going to multiply by 2. So 90 times 2 gives me 180 degrees. Okay, and the last two, Oops. So this one says find BC. So we want measure of this arc BC. So we want to know how far it is from here to here. I can see that this is the diameter. So I know this much from A over to C is going to be 180. I have 30 degrees. That is an inscribed angle. Inscribed is going to follow the sides out. So from here to here, if I follow those sides out, that amount is going to be 60. 30 times 2 gives me 60. I know all the way around is going to be 180, so that leaves for BC 120 degrees. That would be my answer for arc BC. Okay, but keep in mind those two things that we did. We said this was a diameter that gave me 180, and 60 minus 180 is 120. Similar situation here. I've got, again, diameter because it's going through the center. They want me to find the measure of angle C here. I can do that a couple of different ways. One way is this arc of 70 degrees goes from here to here. So if I follow those sides in, this angle is an inscribed angle. Its arc is 70, so that means this is half, or 35 degrees. This angle, if I come out here to the sides of this one, to the sides of this one, that's 180 degrees. This inscribed angle is going to be half of 180, so that's actually going to be a right angle, 90 degrees. What do I have left? This one, 180 minus the 90 minus the 35. That will leave me 55 degrees for this angle right here, and that's the one they wanted me to find. Maybe an easier way would be, this is 70. I know this is 180, so 180 minus the 70 is 110. That is the arc for this angle. Half of 110 is 55. So hopefully that will give you some examples so that you can proceed on your practice. If you have any questions, let me know.